How would you like to use video to 2.5x your book of business? I'd like to welcome Ari Baum, founder and CEO of Endurance Wealth Partners, and our special guest today on the Real Finfluencers. If this is the first Real Finfluencers interview you're listening to, this is a series mainly for advisors who aren't yet doing video or are doing video and feel like they're not getting the results they want. I'm Decanter co-founder Laura Garfield, and I'm interviewing advisors who are killing it with video marketing, advisors like Ari. Welcome to you, Ari, and thank you for being here and sharing your secrets with us.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's anything I could do for Idea Decanter, I'm always on board.
This is a little bit of an unconventional interview because the rest of our Real Finfluencers have not been Idea Decanter clients. And so I do want to say, in full disclosure, Ari has worked with us since
COVID. COVID. That's from the living room of my house. COVID.
We didn't have to mask because you were using our remote studio and you were in Brooklyn and we were running your shoots from Seattle. But yeah, it's been a minute. Tell me why you initially decided you've got to do video.
Our industry is hand-to-hand combat. It's one conversation, one meeting, one email, one phone call at a time. With video, I was able to amplify my message and send it out to a large group without getting Charlie horse. And it's worked wonders.
I love that word amplify. And what's interesting is while your clients were sort of job one and prospects were definitely on the radar when we first started talking, you did not think about communicating with other advisors, other people in your world. Tell me how that ended up benefiting you.
Yes. So as the old adage goes, we plan and God laughs. And I said initially let me communicate with clients because I couldn't sit with them in meetings. Then it became, you know what? I can get my messaging and my branding out there in front of them in a more consistent manner than just sitting and waiting for a quarterly call or a semi-annual meeting or an annual meeting. So that's how it started. The unintended result of that was not only were prospects and clients paying attention, but other advisors as well. And that led to two blessed opportunities.
Tell me more.
Okay, so the first one was an advisor that was looking to retire, and he was looking for someone to continue on with his legacy. So the standard was, you have to have all the technical expertise, right? You have to know how the markets work. You have to know how to manage money, manage people, do all that. But how do you know that they're the right fit? And he started watching my videos and he realized through the videos, hey, Ari's, he's married with kids. He's involved in charities. He's very active in marathons and triathlons. So he has a certain discipline to him that enabled him to see a different side of me versus me telling him, hey, I'm A, B, and C. So that was the first thing. And while he was going through that due diligence process, he kind of circled back to me and he said, look, I don't know you as well as I should because I'm in Alabama and you're in New York, but I feel like we've been friends for years because of your videos. And that led to a merger. And when he's ready, he could ride off into the sunset. So that was the first opportunity. The second opportunity.
Yeah, tell me about the stalker.
Okay, the stalker. So, we know Wall Street's a very small world. And, you always want to do right by anyone and everyone. And I'll never forget this. I had an intern of mine back 18 years ago when I was at a wirehouse. And I always took the extra time to explain to him, to kind of pay it forward like others have done to me. I continued on, being an advisor and, he graduated college, went on to Wall Street. And what happened was 18 years later, he reached out to me he said, Ari, I'm not happy where I'm at, and I love what you're doing. I've been following you on LinkedIn. I've been seeing your videos. The joke was, officially, he's been following me. In his words, not mine, he's been stalking me. And he's been watching my career path. And he said, I love what you're doing, and I want to join your company because I want, some of that health and wealth balance in my life. And he joined, and unsolicited, never reached out, just because he made a connection with me through the videos.
Ari's brand is endurance, and he landed on that because of a fantastic backstory. But to keep it short, Ari competes in Ironman triathlons. He is an uber athlete, and that is front and center on his website, as is a video that helps you get to know the brand, the company, the service, and Ari. And I pulled this up, Ari, because I think you're such a great example of running your talk. You don't walk. What piece of advice could you give other advisors who haven't yet chosen to embrace a strong brand like this or niche down?
What I've come to realize over the years is we are more than just the work that we do. We are people. So use that niche, because that's what makes you you, and everyone has their own version of it, and you will speak so passionately about it that you can make your brand, soar through it.
When I look at your YouTube channel, who you are is front and center. And I pulled up your videos by popularity because I think it's really valuable for advisors to consider the results, consider the ROI of any marketing effort they pour their time and their budget into. And, I think it's easy for advisors to push out a video and get 20 views or 40 views or 100 views and say, I'm failing at this, and give up really early. You are living proof that dedicating time and energy to video marketing pays off, even without going viral. What do you see when you look at your YouTube page?
Your clients go from being clients to being fans, and they're cheering you on. The best videos that I've done had nothing to do with the market. Anyone could talk about interest rates and politics and economics and all that fun and exciting stuff. You can get that from CNBC and Bloomberg as well. But when I talk about, let's say, running the Boston Marathon or teaching my daughter how to drive a car, which is scarier than any Freddy Krueger movie out there, and the clients watch those videos, it reminds them, oh my God, I remember what it was like when I was teaching my kids how to drive. Maybe they ran the Boston Marathon, or maybe they took their kids on a bike. And then that makes that human connection, which is what everybody is truly looking for at the end of the day.
Ari, I like to end this by saying, if Ari can do it, you can do it too.
If I can do it, you can do it.
And that is what we do at Idea Decanter. If you need help building your authority or growing your brand, we can certainly help.